What's up guys, welcome to the channel. I'm here in Buffalo, New York, and tomorrow we're having a solar eclipse.
Well, Western New York will experience just about 3 minutes of darkness on April 8th.
So we need to install some of these SC fog lights on my friend Alex's SC. So on the table here are all the components that we're gonna need to install these fog lights. We have the housing brackets, we have the lenses, we have the interior fog light harness, the exterior fog light harness, and we have the switch. The first thing we're gonna do is take off the front bumper, so let's do that. Okay, with the front bumper off, we are ready to install our exterior harness, so we're gonna do that now. On this harness is a ground cable connector thing here. Here is the power plug. Here's one of the plugs for the bulb, and there's another plug on the opposite side. So our ground cable here goes under here to a 10 millimeter that holds in some of those other ground cables. So we're gonna unbolt that right now. Right here is the power plug. All elements have this. Even if your element did not come with fog lights, this power plug is just sitting here waiting for an adapter to be put in. So we're just gonna slide that in. We're hooked up there, and now we're going to need to attach this ground cable. So back here, you can see here's all the other ground cables. We're just gonna stack this one on top. And put it back where it came from. Now our power and ground are hooked up. So now we're ready to run the rest of this harness in through the body. So this plug is just gonna stay here. But as for this other stuff, we're gonna send it through. So there's not really a specific way to run this wire. We're just gonna do it the easiest way possible, which is gonna be up through the headlight hole here. And we're gonna pull it through here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it in conjunction with this big wire harness that goes under the radiator support. Now I'm gonna run this harness down this way. And we're just gonna pull it through here. Now we're ready for the interior harness. So here's our little tiny harness that's gonna go inside here under the dash panel. Underneath the dash here, there is a lot going on, so I'm gonna try to be as thorough as I can for this. I've taken off a ton of these, so I kind of have an idea of what goes where, but this is like very overwhelming for a first install. So inside there is our fuse panel, or what is that, like a plug panel. On the screen, I'm gonna circle where we're putting this brown plug in because I can't get the camera any closer. We're now gonna take this and put it up through into that plug that I had circled before. So now you can see we have that brown plug in. With this gray plug here, there is the adapter that connects to it back behind here. If you're installing this, don't pull this back because you're gonna crack it right along here. So you're just gonna have to feel down with your hands to try to find this end of the plug. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so this is definitely the most difficult part of this install because you literally have no access to this. You can't see what's going on behind here. You just kind of have to feel around. But my recommendation is behind here, there's this big block with all of those wires that go together. The way I found this is this plug. I mean, this is the plug we need. It was kind of tucked back, way back behind there. So you really can't even see it until you start pulling this stuff out, and then it kind of reveals itself. So maybe it's in that same position for you. I'm not sure, but that's definitely what I would recommend doing. So we're just gonna pull this out and plug it in now. Yeah, and I unplugged this main harness just to get some more access, but you might not have to do that if this video is very helpful. Now we're ready to install this stock. On this one, there's no option for the fog lights because this element didn't come with them. But for the donor stock, it did have fog lights, so we're gonna have to swap these out. We're gonna start with these 3 screws under here. There's one here, and one here. to remove this bottom piece. One. I just loosened the bottom piece here because there's a screw that we need to get to right there. You don't need to take this off, but we are going to need to take off the top portion here. Just like that. And now with that off, we're able to access the screws that hold in this stock here. We're gonna have Alex do this.
So I took it off the other one. I stuck a flat head right in here to pry it back because there's a little tab right there. So just
Perfect.
like that.
Well done.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna install our fog light one by just putting it in like so, and taking our plug and just pushing it in.
Oh.
So that's installed. Now we are going to go to the front bumper to put them inside. Just gonna flip this over, and right here is where we're gonna have to cut out. But I mean, it looks like we're gonna go right along this line, so it should be quite easy. All right, we're gonna cut it with a knife. I think it's gonna give us a bit of a cleaner cut. Make sure to always pull it towards you.
I did that the other day. I cut my finger. I know you're supposed to cut away, but I wasn't. Make sure you use a dull blade too, like I am. What should I pay for this? $150?
Always get it wrong. Do you actually not remember?
I don't remember. I was gonna say $250.
300.
Since when does
We've been over this before.
I don't think I want them anymore.
Now, once we got this cut out, we're ready to install this. So with your bracket, you're gonna slip this over your light. Like that, we're going to align these 4 screw holes with the 4 screw holes on the bumper. Like that. And then we're just gonna take 4 screws and put them through. Stock, like kind of weird. The bulbs are installed in the bumper. Now we're gonna put the bumper on.
All right, we're here with a Total Eclipse.
Okay, it is a total eclipse here in Buffalo, and I've waited just for this moment so I could show you guys how these fog lights look. So let me turn the car on.
Here's a driving view, no fog lights, fog lights. It really is a huge difference.
This is the end point of the video. I'm just gonna give you my opinion, tell you some aftermarket options, and tell you the price that these normally go for. So my opinion on these is I wouldn't say they're a necessity, but I think they really complete the front end on an SC. If an SC doesn't have these fog lights, I completely notice it, and I think it looks so much better having these in here. SC to me is like a completely loaded with accessories element, and these just really make it look good. Pricing on these, it's very hard to find an OEM set of these, but I would say you're looking anywhere from $300 to $500 to get a set of these, complete set, both harnesses, the bulbs, and the stock. And then there is some options that you can do if you wanted to recreate this set. So there is a guy named Taylor Dunn that lives in Canada. He actually remakes replica sets of these, so you can send him a message. I'll put his contact info on the screen. He sells complete sets of these, and you can just plug and play, install. You don't need anything else. He covers it all. Another option you have is the interior harness and the switch, like the stock, is the same for the 07 to 11. So if you get your hands on a fog light harness and a stock from an 07 to 11 EX or LX, it's all in the same, so you can install that. The only thing that doesn't match that's specific for the SC is the exterior harness. The plug receiver parts are just a little bit different, and you can't find them anywhere else other than on this vehicle. And then also these fog lights are specific for the SC, but these are on the Acura MDX, and I believe it's 2004 to 2006 that has these exact bulbs. So you could find some way to wire them up and plug them into your battery using these same bulbs. But yeah, that's basically it on my end. Okay, Alex, what's your opinion on these?
I really love SC fog lights. It especially completes the look with my lower bumper trim. These are the most useful because it doubles the brightness on the road. These are standard, they're headlight bulbs in here, where the other elements are just little blinker bulbs. So these are very bright, very powerful, and they're useful. They help me see, especially with the full tint. I can't see anything at night, so these are super helpful.
1 to 10, how much do you like this accessory?
1 to 10, it's a 10.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you for your opinion.
Thank you.
Okay guys, that completes the video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos on these accessory reviews, but for now, we're done here. See ya.